Hey wonderful people, it's your girl Fadeke from the Flo Journal. Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be doing a reaction and a slash breakdown on season 3 of Bel-Air trailer. Yes, just the trailer. The season hasn't come out yet, but it will be coming out August the 15th, and I'm going to make sure to review each episode. If you want to see that, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like and comment down below what TV shows are you guys currently watching. Let me know, is there things I need to add to my list of shows to watch? And if you're a fan of Bel-Air, if you've loved season 1 and season 2, what are you looking forward to in this new season? So yeah, I'm gonna have a screenshot of the trailer somewhere in this video as we're watching. We'll try to talk through what's happening in each scene of the trailer and what I think. So yeah, let's get into it.
Excited for what I got planned. Seems you got a lot of free time. You might want to pick up some hours at the country club. Why? You could use a job too.
So it seems that it's summertime in the Banks family. Everyone's having a good time. Will seems to be returned back to the household, which is nice to see. And it's nice to also see a scene between Will and Carlton being called together, because from last season they had their fallout, they weren't really talking to each other, but now it seems that at least they're being cordial to one another. And so a funny moment in the scene is that Uncle Phil's like to Will, hey, have all this free time, might as well work at the country club, like be productive. And then Aunt Viv is Carlton's like, oh, do I need to he's oblivious to everything, and Aunt Viv is like, hey, you also need to work. And so I don't know if you guys have watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm a huge fan of the original series. And I believe there was a episode when Carlton goes to work, finds a job and everything, because Carlton and the rest of the Banks family are so used to the luxurious life that they live and are so privileged and spoiled that when it comes to quote unquote hard work, they don't really know what that is in a way. Get into the next part.
Wait, what? Welcome to the pit.
So it seems that Will and Carlton are going to be working the country club, so that should be interesting.
Summer is the season of change. It is time to level up.
So from last season, Will and Lisa have reunited, and it feels so good. Like last season, they had a moment when from season 1, I believe, they broke up. That was kind of a sad ending. Season 2, he ends up being with someone else, and Lisa's jealous, but she also is trying to move on and meets this other guy from their school. But anywho, Will does end up breaking up with the lady that he was with for the time being in season 2, because he still has feelings for Lisa and Lisa still has feelings for him. So in last season, they end up making out and, they're together. Lisa's like, that's my man, my man, my man. So we see this in the new trailer that, they're just trying to navigate their relationship again. So that's really nice to see. Another moment, Aunt Viv is really in her art bag. She's really back into her boss babe kind of vibe. She's for so long she's been supporting Uncle Phil's dreams of being a lawyer, of having his own firm, and now it's her time to shine and have her own time to work on her career, and it's really lovely to see. So we see a part in this trailer where she gets a reward, so perhaps that's probably from the work that she's been doing. So yeah, that's really cool.
Your family is like perfection.
I don't want to.
So another moment we see is between Ashley and her potential new bae. So Ashley came out to her sister Hilary.
So Ashley did speak to her sister about her sexuality, but she hasn't labelled herself as gay or queer because she hasn't ruled out boys. She's still trying to figure out her sexuality, and she still hasn't told her parents yet because she doesn't want them to think it's a phase.
But anyway, she meets someone who is potentially also queer, and we're gonna see how that develops. It's really interesting because Ashley in this show, I believe she's like a teenager or a bit younger, like maybe 12 or 13 or 14. So it's just interesting to see her potentially get into a relationship. But it's nothing surprising because in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Ashley did end up going into some relationships, even though Uncle Phil and Carlton and Will were very overprotective of her getting into relationships because they're like, you're still a girl, you're still a baby girl, like you're still a little kid, like they just want to protect her. But we'll see how they feel about this new potential love interest or friendship. Ooh. So, from last season, we're going back and forth because, guys, you had to have watched last season in order to kind of understand what's happening in this new season from this trailer. So, from last season finale, Jazz and Ashley broke up.
Hey guys, so for some reason I end up saying Ashley instead of Hilary in this the next couple clips, so I thought I'd do a voiceover because nobody got time for that. But anyway, if you guys remember from last season, Hilary and Jazz end up breaking up, and one of the reasons is because Hilary's ex came back into her life, and not gonna lie, he's a fine man right there. Her family loves him. I feel like he was her type, but maybe not her type anymore in terms of good looking guy, can take her out, can give her all the luxury and stuff. But in terms of that authentic real relationship, I feel like Jazz was very intensive. Like he supported her dreams as being a content creator, and I feel like he really cared for her. But sorry, I'm ill, guys. But I feel like his insecurities got the better of him, leading to their breakup. And he was like, you know what? She was in her feelings.
She ends up going with her ex to a private holiday to Paris. We see in this trailer that they're on a private jet. Like, he is rubbing her feet and everything. Like, she is really enjoying this lifestyle. She says she's catching flights and perhaps she's also catching feelings.
That's right. I'm really rooting that Hilary and Jazz get back together. I hope that during this period of time, they've had a summer break, that they both have worked on each other and are more secure within themselves so that they could be secure in the relationship, and not bring all of that baggage back again, because what's the point?
Well, let's get into it.
Whew. Sometimes picking the part is more important than what's really going on.
Ooh, okay. So Ashley just said to her friend that, her friend is saying that, how she loves the family, like they seem so perfect. And Ashley is like, if you only knew that, hello, my brother is like a recovering drug addict, like my cousin, he was back, from the hood. Like, we have a lot of family secrets. We're not perfect. But anywho, I feel like that's some foreshadowing for what's going to happen in this new season. Perhaps the family secrets are going to be even more exposed in this new season. Ooh!
Come on, Smith.
Man. So Will is still trying to pursue his basketball dreams. And guess who is returning to our screens? Marlon Wayne. Yeah, from the Wayne family, Wayne brothers, who aka is Will, who plays Will's father in Bel-Air from season, I think it was season season finale, Will meets his dad, they have a combative argument, and they go their separate ways. They don't want to talk to one another, like, it's not looking good. But we now see in this trailer that Will's father is returning back onto the screen. I can't wait to see this because if you watch the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I don't want to try to compare Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Bel-Air, because the people that have created Bel-Air are really trying to push that, hey, we are different. Like, yes, we've taken inspiration from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but we are like a modern take and just a different story that they're trying to portray, which to a certain extent is true. But from the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air plot and storyline between Will and his father, when he meets his father, they have a fun moment, and then he just doesn't want to the father's basically kind of being a coward and doesn't want to commit to an actual long-term relationship with his son Will, and Uncle Phil tries to comfort him. You see that iconic scene from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But in this new adaptation, it seems that maybe they're trying to do a different storyline. Maybe we'll see in this new season Will and his father reconcile. Maybe he was going to be able to give him some good life lessons and maybe help him out in whatever trials and tribulations he may face in this new season. So I'm really hoping for a moment of reconciliation between them. The show already deals with so many important topics, so it would be cool to see if they maybe touch on that topic.
I left behind basketball. That was my way out the hood. It was the only good thing in my life. And I see my son making the same damn mistakes as me and this.
Learn a new thing about Will's father. He also had a dream about basketball and how that he would use that to get him out of the hood. And now he feels like his son is going into the same path as he did, but the way that he's saying it is not in a positive way, but in a negative way, that it's not going to turn out good. So I wonder what that means. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to see what this story will reveal.
Nothing I could do about it. Relationships during the early stages of sobriety aren't recommended.
Okay, so another moment in this trailer is Carlton is finally on the journey of recovery. He's gone to rehab. He's trying to, break free from his drug addictions that he had from last season and the season before. He deals with social anxiety and depression. And one way that he tries to cope with it is by taking drugs, and it seems that it's very accessible in the private school. He was dealing with drugs and he was trying to hide it from his family. His family thought that he was okay, but that was not the case. He had a breakdown last season and he said, okay, enough is enough. I can't be doing this. So, and I think he's also not just dealing with the social anxiety, but the pressures from his father his father wanting to, put him in this high pedestal. Carlton puts his dad on a high pedestal in that he wants to impress him all the time, and that's a lot. He has this persona of being, the perfect kid, being the perfect student, always getting all the high grades, but no one's truly perfect. We all have our flaws. But anywho, he is trying to get into a relationship. And at first I thought it was the lady that he met from the debate class from last season that he was really feeling. Because look, the only relationship that Carlton has been in was with Lisa. Talk about love triangle. And now Lisa is with Will. So he's trying to recover from his addiction, and his parents are I don't think this is the best time for you to be in a relationship whilst trying to recover from your addiction and trying to get better, trying to work on your mental health. And I feel like just like the rest of the Bank like siblings, they are hard-headed. All of the Bank family are hard-headed. They're very stubborn. They want to go their own way. Like someone telling them, don't do this, they say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna touch the fire. Yes, he needs to kind of just focus on his well-being and mental health before jumping into a relationship. And I'm not to say that relationships and being just having a sense of community can't help someone when it comes to recovering and just improving their mental health. But I feel like in the case of Carlton, he needs to be able to really just focus on his recovery. I feel like Carlton is about to touch the fire. Look what happens, guys. He's driving and he's kissing his new girlfriend. And it's given like, are they about to jump off the cliff? Like, are they about to get into a car accident? Like, what is going on? So maybe this is kind of portraying his recklessness that he had in season 2 when he was just, you know, getting high every day and trying to like hide it from his family and yeah, just doing desperate things to try to get high. So I'm thinking, is this what's about to happen again? Is he about to have a relapse? And is this person, his, you know, love interest, going to encourage that? Or is she going to step up and be like, no, he needs to recover. We ain't about to be doing no reckless stuff. So we shall see, guys. We shall see.
Oh boy, because I definitely have.
Whew. Okay, another moment, guys. As I said earlier on, Jazz is out of the picture. Hilary is back with her ex. Or so we thought. Or so we thought. You know when I said or so we thought earlier on? So, Hilary is back, you know, from a trip from Paris, back to the family, and she sees Jazz with a new lady, a new person in his life, a new love interest. You know, they're just walking into the scene like nobody's business. And Hilary is just like, Jazz looks at Hilary looks at him, and they're like, what's going on? And clearly there is still love there for one another. And we see that because guess what, guys? They're kissing. They're about to kiss, guys. They're about to kiss. So I feel like for those that are Team Jazz and Team Hilary, this is your moment, guys. We might see them reunited. And I love that because as much as Hilary's ex is fine and perhaps is part of her like comfort zone of what she's used to, you know, that luxury lifestyle, I feel like the love that she has for Jazz is authentic and genuine and just feels like this is the type of love that can grow, you know, and it's beyond the superficial. And so I'm rooting for Jazz and Hilary to get back together in this new season. So fingers crossed that happens. Okay, let's continue.
Because none of it
Oh wait, hold on. Let me just...
Still wrong.
Because none.
Hold on. Let me go back. Whew.
Somehow it's still wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna pause here. We have Erica Baker, who, if you don't remember from last season, is someone from both Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv's past. She is Aunt Viv's ex-best friend back from college, and she used to date Uncle Phil. Talk about awkward. Like, And you say, don't mix like business with pleasure. Well, last season, Uncle Phil left his firm and decided to take an offer at Erica Baker's firm. I don't know if it's her firm, but she works at this law firm, and she's trouble. She is trouble because why was she in last season kissing Uncle Phil? Yes. And Uncle Phil, for some reason, like, even though he he backed off. Well, I feel like he just allowed it to happen. But anyway, he backed off and he was just like, no, I'm strictly here for business. But then when she messages him later on in season 2 that, oh, like, I'm inviting you for dinner, he says, sure. At first he was like, I'm not going. And then he says, sure. Because there's been trouble in paradise between Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil. Because in season 1, was it season 1? I think between season 1 and season 2, for so long, Aunt Viv has been, in a way, in the shadows of her husband. And she's been supporting him with his law firm and with his dreams. And now she wants to kind of focus on her own dreams. And at first, she wasn't getting support from her husband when it came to doing that. But when she decided to, get into the art scene, because she is an artist, she meets this guy. I can't remember these actors.
Girl, how can you forget Michael Early? That fine guy from Think Like a Man. Like,
over here. She meets this guy he works in the art industry, and he's feeling Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv is kind of feeling him, but she's also kind of like, let me be careful now. I still have a man back home. Like, let me be careful now. She does cut it off, and Uncle Phil is very overprotective. He finds out about this guy and how this guy is really feeling Aunt Viv, and he's like, you're not about to take my wife. And so he gets Jeffrey to like spy on this guy and try to deal with it. Anywho, but then I find it very hypocritical that he was being very overprotective of Aunt Viv, even though Aunt Viv did do nothing with this guy. Even though she could have, but she didn't. She didn't kiss the guy, she didn't sleep with the guy, she didn't do none of those things. But Uncle Phil allowed for this lady from his past to kiss him, knowing that she does not have the best interest. She wants to be with Uncle Phil, and she does not care. She does not care, and she senses that there's trouble in paradise between Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil. So she's like, this is my opportunity to get my man back. I feel like Uncle Phil feels like he's invincible, that he cannot, be tempted. But I feel like he's gonna be tempted in this new season, because Erica is not going to give up. She wants that man,
Because none of it feels real.
But I really, really, really want Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil to make things work. Like, I want Aunt Viv to feel like she's being supported by her husband. Uncle Phil to also feel supported by her, and like for them to go to couples counseling, whatever it takes for them to be able to be together.
This is just how it ends.
Okay, so Jeffrey just said to Uncle Phil, you can't hide forever. What is Uncle Phil up to? What secrets does Jeffrey know that he's been holding for Uncle Phil? Like, Jeffrey is the type, he's not just the butler of the family, he is the bodyguard, he is the secret agent, like he's the FBI for the family. And I feel like low-key, he's been building up all of the secrets, the dead bones, you could say, of Uncle Phil, and his secrets that he's hid from his wife, hid from the rest of his family, and it's only him and Jeffrey that know this. And so I feel like all of those things that are, in darkness will be revealed in the light. And yeah. And we see that in the next scene where Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, they're looking outside of their property and they see a bunch of protesters behind their gate, like marching. And I'm wondering, what has Uncle Phil got himself into? What secrets does he have? What controversial thing has he done that these people are like, we're about to cancel this guy? Like, because it wasn't that at some point that he was going to be like mayor or candidate for, their state and stuff. Like, the county. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Are the Banks family about to get cancelled? Like, ooh. Ooh, okay. So it seems that there is trouble in paradise, guys. Will, as I said, he's back with Lisa. I'm like, oh, that's cute. But remember, he was in a relationship prior to him and Lisa being together. But we see in this trailer that is Will about to go back to this ex? Is he about to break Lisa's heart again? Like, is he able to make his decision? Is it going to be Lisa or is it going to be this other girl? Like, what is going on?
Just some druggy rich kid who ruined his life.
Okay. Carlton just says in the next scene that, oh, he's not some druggy rich kid that just ruined his life. But then we see a montage of someone in the hospital bed, like emergency kind of thing, and Hilary just being upset and scared. I'm wondering, is that Carlton? Is that Jazz hospital? What is going on? Is Carlton, has he been in an accident? Has he had an episode? Who is in that hospital? Ooh, okay. Guys, we've got some new people from the for this new season. So we have some people that have returned back, like Will's father. But also, guys, if you watch The Shy, it's so cool to see, someone that I know from another great show, The Shy, be in this show, Bel-Air. Like, come on now. I wonder what his character is going to be. Whew. Okay, so it seems that Will has got himself into some deep mess because he said that he wanted to get out of the hood from West Philadelphia, born and raised, to, use basketball to get out of the hood, get his mom out of the hood, have a better life, essentially. And now it seems that he's going back to his hood roots. So we shall see, guys.
There's always going to be a price. That's on you.
Ooh, okay. Okay, guys. Not the OG Jeffrey being back on our screens, guys. What? Nah. Hold on. What do you mean? In this show, so we've had a couple people from the original cast be on the show but play different characters, and it's so Will. Ooh. And that's it, guys. That's it with the trailer. That was a good trailer, guys, and it was really nice to kind of do a breakdown of each scene from what I could grasp from what each scene was talking about, what I felt the storyline could potentially be. But Bel-Air will be, the new season 3, will be available August the 15th, early on Peacock. It might be available on Amazon Prime. It's not available on Netflix, but yeah, I believe it's available on Amazon Prime and Peacock. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and comment down below what was, if you've watched the trailer, what was your favorite part of the trailer? What story are you looking forward to see? Which characters you're like, I can't wait to see them back on screen, and just to get to know them a bit more. 2 people that I'm looking forward to get to know a bit more in this new season is definitely Jeffrey. Like, we got to know a bit more of his backstory from season 2, I believe, and a bit of season 1. When we find out that he has a son. Yeah. So I'd love to hear more about his story. What's happening? What happened? What did he leave behind in the UK apart from his son? Is he going to be able to reconcile with his son? Because when he did meet his son did not want to have anything to do with it. Like, what are these secrets that Uncle Phil's been hiding from the family? And what would this mean for the family's future? If you love this show, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And yeah, talk to you soon, guys.